So yeah, would I ever go back if they would get rid of some things? Not just for fun, just to check on the wildlife. I wouldn't go there for to be spiritually enlightened by them. I think AC, you sent a couple of these. Would you ever go back if the Jehovah's Witnesses would get rid of some things in the system? Well, okay, so I have been back, uh, since I woke up for a memorial. And no, I didn't protest at that memorial, even though some people think I did. There was a protest at the memorial while I was there, but I wasn't part of it. Um, this was around the time that about a year after I left, so everyone, they were like, oh, there was what in Victoria, Derek was there, so he must have been part of the protest. I wasn't. Anyway, I went there because just to kind of keep an eye on the wildlife, as I say. Uh, I like it, and of course, I expect all the things that they're going to say, about disfellowshipping and all the nonsense that I just don't agree with anymore. But it's like, I'm not against just checking up on them. If they change things, though, no, I could never go back thinking, oh, the governing body has reclaimed their credibility and maybe they really are divine and directed by God. I mean, no, the shackles have fallen. I can't unsee what I've seen. Um, if the culture in my lifetime ever became, accepting towards people of me, and I could there was a place for dissent, perhaps not in public, obviously, but among private comments and private conversations with believers, I might go back and hang out with them. They're people, like I have no ill will to them. There's a lot of great people in every community. Oh, here's something kind of philosophical that I give a lot of thought to too about Jehovah's Witness community is there's a concept that you should give a lot of thought. It's there is as much diversity within groups as there are between them. That's a really powerful perspective to have whenever you're approaching people of different viewpoints and religions and cultures and so on. There is as much diversity within groups as there are between them. So we're really seeing this in, the West's interaction with the Muslim world, for example. How many people out there are of the Sam Harris view or of the, Majid Nawaz and Salman Rushdie, although he's much more palatable, of those thinkers who think that the Muslim world is uniform in their interpretation of the Quran and their view towards democratic deliberation and all of that. No, like they're not. The Muslim world is incredibly diverse. There's these statistics that come out of the Muslim world that 90% of Afghanistan agrees with stoning prostitutes or stoning adulterers and homosexuals. Okay, maybe that is the political makeup of that particular part of the world. But if just put yourself in their perspective, if you were called by any authority or approached by any authority in Afghanistan and asked, do you agree with the Quran purportedly endorsing capital punishment upon homosexuals and atheists and adulterers and prostitutes? And of course you're going to get one answer, one consistent answer. It doesn't necessarily mean that they actually believe it. If I was as a witness and someone came up to me, do you agree with disfellowshipping? I might have said, to a perfect stranger, I might have said, well, yeah, I agree with it. But it's the finer details that matter. It's what shape does that ultimately take? Does it mean overtly shunning somebody? Does everybody in the society think that shunning all looks the same way? That if your daughter leaves and takes up with a man outside of the faith, that now you have no contact with her, you're going to find people, even elders, even circuit overseers, and I bet even within the governing body, I would venture to say people landing on either side of those type of questions, even though they all support disfellowshipping, in name. There's as much diversity within groups as there are between them. Keep that in mind. That's a very powerful thing to think about. Would I ever go back if they would get rid of some things? Not just for fun, just to check on the wildlife. I wouldn't go there for to be spiritually enlightened by them. Hey good people, did you like this video? Well, do yourself a favor and subscribe already. Also, if you love books and want to talk about things sort of unrelated to the Jehovah's Witnesses, be sure to subscribe to my other channel called the Derek London Podcast. Click this little button right here to do that, alright? And I'll see you over there. I'm out. Peace.